Hi Aquarius, this is your October 2020 reading. My name is Gemstone and I'll be doing your reading. I hope you are well. I want to get right into it, not waste any precious time. So how I've been structuring my readings, I'm new to YouTube. Just feel it necessary to mention this in my initial videos for each sign just so that you're aware, although I think there's some signs that I totally skipped this part. But anyway, I came from doing readings on TikTok in terms of online, but prior to that, I've been doing them for myself and for friends and family for a while, for years, and then finally mustered up the courage to get to the place that showed this world to me many years ago. I'm 27, and I think I saw my first tarot reading on YouTube when I was like 14 years old, and I was so curious about the cards. Anyway, this feels like a graduation, like a full circle, so I'm happy to be here. And with that, I see hair on my table, and with that, I got here. So how I've been structuring the readings for this month is by using one tarot deck to pick the theme of your card, the theme of your month, and it's just going to be one card, and then using other decks to probe that card to see if we can see a clear or a clear picture or a clearer story. And I just want to articulate this, that I'm here showing you, I don't know if some of you are being patient right now with the Seven of Pentacles, but I'm feeling more of like a hopeless vibe. It's like, oh my God, did I make the right decision? That just came flying out and caught my attention. And while I said that, did I forget what I was saying? I want to articulate that I'm here just showing you a story. And if it resonates with you, yay. If it doesn't, yay. Just take what resonates. I don't work with force. Just the path of least resistance. Venus energy, trine energy all day. I'm kidding, because I understand that resistance and tension is necessary. But when it comes to taking a lesson, if it resonates, sometimes the resonance hurts, or it's a rude awakening. So I'm just saying this to say that if this resonates or vibes with you, please take it. It's for you. A message from the universe through me to you. So let's see what your month has been looking like. This is just, again, a story, so I guess we'll see. And also, please feel free to comment down below. Would like to make this a community where we can all participate and talk. Oh, so nice. Where we can talk and vibe with each other. I'm not imagining a utopia, but just a place where we can have productive and constructive conversation. I think that's important. What other things did I want to say? And if this resonates with you in a way that you would want to see more of it, please subscribe. This lets me know that this message is felt. And while I say this, I'm going to be right back putting my phone on Do Not Disturb. All right. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit. So this is the card of the Virgo. So maybe some of you are in a Virgo relationship, and with an Aquarius, that's like a quincunx relationship, which is one of those relationships that, it requires you. Okay, so astrology here. If this is you, if this is representing a person in your life, this relationship can be one that is challenging because it brings up minor adjustments that need to be made. And it could seem like a nitpicking relationship where this person's just always nitpicking at you, or you could feel that you're not enough, or you could feel that they're not enough, or you're always nitpicking at them. And the reason for these interactions, a quincunx relationship, so an Aquarius is a fixed air sign and a Virgo is a mutable earth sign. So not only are you not compatible, as in your elements are not compatible. What would be compatible with an Aquarius is fire or air. Not only are you not compatible, you don't share the same quality, which is you being fixed and them being a mutable sign. So being fixed, that energy of stubbornness to resist movement, and mutable, the energy of being versatile or flexible and to be moved. It can teach you how to be moved. These signs have nothing to show you but themselves. And in these kind of relationships, you can learn how to be more like them. That is the purpose of them, actually. You both are mirrors, and learning to become the energy that you see in them is what will happen. In its most evolved sense. In its unevolved sense or unconscious sense, you will become it, but in the way that you don't like in them, which is really in yourself, because we're mirrors. But yeah, this is at the bottom of the deck. At the top, we have the theme of your month, which is the Ace of Pentacles. That is very nice. But before I even judge it, saying that's very nice, we're going to probe and understand that a little bit more. Yeah, and I was drawn to the crystals. So I had at the top of this deck, rose quartz, which I'm putting it back. And at the top of this deck, which I'm going to use to probe, we have morganite. So it's a lot of unconditional love going on here. I don't know if that's something that you need at this time, or something that is welcomed to the detached Aquarius. But let's probe and see what there is to know about this energy of the Ace of Pentacles. Don't want to get too excited. Never want to get too anything. I realize that things are not too or so or very anything. They just are what they are. Like the idea of someone being so pretty. They're just pretty. It's not really so, because what does so really mean? And then if it is that they're so pretty, wouldn't it just then be a different word? Like beautiful or gorgeous? I find that the word so very, like, they're just there to soothe the truth. Okay. Let's see what this Ace of Pentacles is all about. We have cards just flying out. Ace of Pentacles, what are you here to show us in the story? What are you here to show us? And I also want to know, would you want to see the shuffling? Would you not? Are you okay with not? Yeah, a lot of things I would like to know. Because the whole setup is something that was an interesting experience. The whole setup was an interesting experience. I don't know if some of you are impatient though. Like, I'm getting that energy of impatience with the Seven of Pentacles that came out earlier, and then the Three of Wands that came out in reverse. It's just giving me this energy of impatience. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Four of Pentacles, which adds to this feeling of being tight and withholding because of an expectation, possibly. Let's see. So we have the Five of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. Interesting. Interesting. We have the Four at the bottom, 5 and 3. We have the Ace. The Knave of Pentacles or Page of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. All right. So what I'm feeling right now is that this pentacle came at a time when you needed it most. And it also could be what you're focused on, as in what you want at this time. So I'm getting two different stories. We have the story where there was a time without it, where you were counting them. You were counting your pentacles. And this state of counting put you in a place where you had to collaborate. You had to collaborate. And it's kind of, let me find the right words. It put you in a place where you had to put yourself out there in order to make more of what it is that you wanted to. And as you can see, these pentacles are decreasing. So it put you in a space where now you put yourself out there so that you can make more. But in the process, I think you ended up focusing, or I feel that you focused on one pentacle. And this is that, which is right here, where you are getting to know this pentacle, getting to know whatever aspect of, maybe it is money making, maybe it is a quality within yourself that you can harness or have harnessed and can nurture to bring you what it is that you want in this material world. But I think that there's a focus right now, like a specialization and expertise. There's some sense of you deliberately focusing and being fixed towards one thing so that you can understand it from many to one. And it can also be that your savings have dwindled. You know, now you're on your last, and this right here is what you would like. But the vibe that I'm feeling is what you're receiving here is actually what you have. And it could be that this is on a pedestal and the idea or the understanding that you possess it, like you actually have it, is not there. Or it could be that this is actually it, like you received it and you're aware of it. And this is just all speculation because we're gonna probe a little bit more. This does not feel like your energy. So it just, I'm curious. I don't want to say too much about this Queen of Cups. This doesn't feel like your energy. And this feels like you. This feels like you. This does not. And your backs are against each other. So I don't know if at this time you are... And then with the Four of... Where is it? Is it at the bottom of this deck? Yeah, you have the Four of Pentacles here. I don't know if you are turning yourself away from love. Interestingly enough, Leo had a similar reading. So I don't know if you and Leo are... Leo is the opposite of you, as in astrologically. Leo is the opposite of Aquarius. So I don't know if you're dealing with a Leo or you guys are in the similar energy where you're so focused on material that you are not recognizing the emotional abundance that could be coming to you at this time. So how I'm going to probe each of these cards is I'm going to move away the cards that are not a part of the probing, so that we can have more space on this table to explore it. So what I would like to start with is the Queen of Cups first. So we're gonna move this to the side. And I am gonna go to this deck. Nope, I went past it. Turquoise was at the top of this deck, which is a communication stone. But then it's also that stone that connects the heart to the throat. So it's like, yes, you're communicating, but it's heartfelt communication. And then we have a heartfelt card with the Queen of Cups. Let's see. Let's see. What does the Queen of Cups have to show us here? All messages are for the highest good of Aquarius. Sun, moon, rising. Honestly, wherever you have Aquarius in your chart, wherever you have Aquarius in your chart. I thought about cross-watching. If you want to cross-watch, to be honest, that's a quick way to drain your energy. I can't tell you what to do. I can't force you to do one thing or not. So yeah, but I do want to say this, that if you're going to choose my videos to cross-watch, I think you will find yourself very tired at the end of that. And if, for those that don't know, cross-watching is when you are watching for someone, watching to understand something that you don't quite understand with someone. Let me put it in a different way. Let's say you are a Taurus and the person that you're dealing with, or the person that you have a strong connection to, is an Aquarius, and you thought, oh, I can't ask Aquarius these questions. I would like to know more about them. Let me just hop on their video and see what they're going through. It's voyeuring. It's like a voyeuring, or I hope I'm saying that right. It's not, it's like a peeping Tom energy that I feel. So it just feels invading. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles. So it feels like a generous energy. This person feels like a giver. Let's see. We have the Four of Cups. We have the Princess of Cups. We have the Magician and the Chariot. It's so watery. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's take a look. The vibe that I'm getting is that this person likes you. And I think this is what you are to them. The vibe that I'm getting is that they like you. And they want more from you. And it's funny because, okay, I need to stop using these terms. It's not funny. But in another deck, she's holding a cup. I didn't notice it. So in the more traditional decks, it's a person holding a cup with a fish inside of it, but they're holding a cup. And it's like she's dreaming for this cup that they have. I think what I'm feeling is that she has love to give and she just wants your love. It makes me want to cry. She wants your love. This feminine energy, it doesn't have to be a woman though, but this feminine energy, this Queen of Cups, they want your love. They want your love. They want your love. They want to learn about you. They want to learn about you and they're committed to it. And they want it to move forward. They're committed to it. Like, they're committed to it. I wouldn't be surprised if they're very generous towards you. Very open to you being who you are. Because they want you. They want you. And they're dedicated. Not only through being the Queen of Cups, but the Magician. They are manifesting this. This is something that they want. And the they is you. The they is you. But you're focused on other things at this time. I don't feel the need to probe this anymore. So I'm going to move this along. It's going to turn into little cute little piles. Next, I want to look into your energy. Like, what's going on, Knave of Pentacles? And it could be that you, please, what I'm feeling is what I'm feeling, but you could very well be the Queen of Cups. And it could be reversed, where you want someone that is focused on money. Or focus on building their material wealth. Very three-dimensional focusing. So we have the Nine of Pentacles. Yep, this person is not focused. Am I holding it upside down? Yeah, I am. Yep. This person is focused on accumulating their wealth. They're focused on getting to the next step. Accumulating their wealth. Being seen. I don't get that. I get more clarity. They're focused on getting clear on what it is that they want. I think it's because they've been struggling for some time. And what they're trying to do is get to understand that while building these pentacles that they're recognizing. They're learning more in depth, or they're learning more. They're learning about, I'm trying to find the right word. They're learning about the pentacle from a perspective that makes it more detailed, more specific. They're understanding the intricacies. I hope I'm saying that right. Intrinsic? No. It's intricate. There we go. Intricacies. I hope I'm saying this right. They're understanding that it's intricate and it has a lot of details. I don't want to use the word tedious because it's not, it can come off tedious, but it's just more that there's more details involved, more details, more things to honor. And with that, they're figuring out a way, or more concerned about a way of how to multiply that so that they are secure and more, they can exist and express themselves in a more independent energy. This is the movement to that clarity, which is right here, that they want. So it's like, I want this and I want it to move in this direction. And I feel like the order actually comes here where it's like, I don't know. Mentally, I don't know. It's moving in a way where I can't predict it. I don't know. And I have to just be a student, as you are here. I have to be a student to it and allow this procession to take place, which is clarity coming when it comes, moving this wheel forward to you taking up that space that you want to, which is that independent energy. And maybe once you get here, you'll notice the Queen of Cups is looking at you and wants you. So in essence, or just to simplify and clarify and get on the same page, the Queen of Cups is a person that is looking at this Knave of Pentacles. The Knave of Pentacles is looking at the pentacle that they're holding because they're realizing that it's more detailed and it has more intricate qualities and facets than they initially thought. And they're realizing that making one of these is not as easy as they thought. And I'm feeling like there's a respect towards that process. Because of that, though, they're wondering how they're going to multiply this. Like, how are they going to get more of this? And it has them in a space where it feels unknown. There's an unknown feeling, but it's still moving forward. There's a progression there. And the next step there, either desired, is to get clarity, or it will happen that clarity will be had. And this Wheel of Fortune towards becoming that Nine of Pentacles independent energy where you created 8 pentacles through hard work. So 1 to the 9, what's in between is 8. So hard work will help you create this 9, and then you will move into a more stable, secure, and comforting place where you now don't have to worry about lack, but you could be in your abundant expression. So this is for the 2 people that I felt. Let's see how you're going to multiply this. Or let's see what the 3 of Pentacles here represents. So we have the King of Cups. Interesting. Oh, so we have a Queen and a King, the World, the 3 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords. What I'm feeling here is that this represents creativity, and there was a shift that needed to take place. Just like how I was saying, this focus on the details of the pentacle, I feel like something was shattered in this process. I think hopes were shattered in a way. Hopes were shattered. And this is why we're here. So again, I was questioning myself with the 5 going to the 3 and then the 1. I was wondering if I had it wrong or, in a different order. But I'm feeling that even more strongly, that here you had 5. And it's like, okay, so these are the only 5 that I have. I need to be really mindful about that because I only have 5. What am I going to do? And then now you have 3. And I think what I'm feeling from these cards here is that with the 3 that you have, you recognize that you still needed to use more of them. And what had to be healed in this process for you to get to the Knave of Pentacles is a healing of your mindset. Because it feels very poor. It feels very, I'm realizing that this is not as bright as it could be. I'm feeling a very scarce, I'm feeling a scarce mindset. Not very, but a scarce mindset. And through your creativity, you're realizing that this has to be approached a different way. The hard work is different. The hard work is different. This is you learning the lesson. And then this is you taking heed of the messages that you learned. And it feels all mental. Like it feels like a mental lesson. I just touched the temple of my head. It feels like a mental lesson. A mental lesson that is getting you out of a cycle of where you once were, looking at things from a scarce perspective, and you're moving towards a more abundant, or this is what I'm feeling. It feels like a movement towards a more abundant energy. So this to me feels like this is the space that you're in internally, and because of that, you'll receive that externally. That's nice. But before I continue, this energy is interesting to me. It feels creative and it feels promising. It also feels like it draws a lot of attention. And it's with your expression. It's with your expression. So to those Aquariuses that are pushing away this Queen of Cups, right? Pushing away this person, this person that represents emotion, maybe they are in tune with their emotions. Maybe they seem to be asking a lot of you because they want to hear how you feel. They care about how you feel. They really do. They really care about how you feel. I keep saying really, and at the beginning of the video, I just talked about really and so. But they care tremendously about how you feel. They want to know what's going on inside of you because they love you, it feels. To those that are withholding that, so keeping everything inside, I feel like accessing your emotions will get you in a position to start feeling independent in a different way internally that will help with you manifesting that externally outside of yourself. So this is for those Aquariuses that have not made that connection. But the story here is, what I'm seeing is it's for this is the one that has made that connection. And it equaled like an ego death in your own space, this mental cerebral space where it's like, okay, so logic is out the window and we are moving in an illogical way. Somehow it's going to form practicality as in these pentacles, but we have to enter a new space, and this is that end of a cycle. And this is the initial hurt of realizing, whew, okay, so this can't be done the way that I'm used to doing it. It feels good though. This looks kind of severe, but it feels like it's taking you where you want to go. So this definitely feels like the energy before this energy. So let's put it in order. Here, here, and then she's just on the outside. Okay, lastly, we're going to look at the 5 of Pentacles. What is there to know here? Let's move it over so we have more space. 5 of Pentacles, what are you here to show us? The Lovers, Death, Ace of Swords, and the Hanged Woman. Huh. I have this falling out feeling. Or this shift in a connection, and I wonder if this is between you and her. Or the energy changed. The perspective was changed. And it was one-to-one that was quite logical. And this is probably why she's longing for an aspect of you that I don't see here. Aside from that creativity with the King of Cups and the collaboration. It could be because maybe the story that I'm seeing right now is that maybe during some period when you weren't focused on your pentacles, you opened up with this person in a way that was more emotional and more heartfelt than it became over time. With this Ace of Swords, I feel like it became quite logical. As severe comes to mind in terms of how that logic is received, because I don't feel like it possesses much feeling. And it's not meant to be mean, but the words are detached and it feels like it just is what it is. And this could just feel like being left in the cold, actually. It could just feel like you or someone feels this way, left in the cold. Because again, their backs are against each other. And then we have a Queen, a very established energy. And then we have a Page, which is a learning energy. So they're in 2 different spaces. One's more mature than the other in their space. Who left who? This I don't know. Am I curious? Yeah, I am. I want to know more about the lover. I'm feeling like I shouldn't though. I want to know more about the lovers. I'm feeling this tight feeling to not do it, so I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to listen to it. But I'm feeling, what I am feeling is that this connection, if it's not alignment within yourself, as in you getting to know both sides of yourself, your feminine and masculine side, and then this person is actually just an aspect of who you are, which is your emotional side, that is being neglected at this time because you're focused on tangible external things. If it's not that, it feels like a person who is, her back is to you, so she could be shunning you, but I don't feel that way. Or maybe what she's doing is removing herself from a situation because of love, and maybe that's not being understood by you at this time. But it feels like something was too, like something wasn't, it just feels like it was rough and it wasn't said with feeling. And she's just longing for this aspect of you that's not present right now. Because there was a change in perspective, a more logical way of looking at things, a more objective way of looking at things, which is the opposite of her nature. And I say her because it's just a queen, and not that this has to be a woman, but it's the opposite of the nature of this card. It's emotional, it's illogical, it's intuitive. This is not intuitive. It's more indicative of objectivity and logic. And with this shift in perspective, it feels like logic shifted your perspective. So it shifted you out of this space, out of this emotional space, into one that has you focused on things. And it's funny, this was the first thing. So maybe this is what happened in order for you to start focusing on your money. So this doesn't actually represent money so much as it just represents two people that were struggling together, just struggling with each other. And there's like a cold front emotionally taking place because all that snow that we're seeing is really logic and that air energy with Aquarius. That water that was once there turned to ice. And now things are not so favorable. It's not, I mean, it's not so harmonious. It feels kind of cold. Well, not kind of. It feels cold. It feels cold and there's a struggle. Makes me kind of sad. But who cares about how I feel? But I feel the reason why I'm saying this is because I wonder if you feel sad or if she feels sad or if you are her. I just feel a sadness involved with this. Feels like a misunderstanding though. Feels like a misunderstanding, but this misunderstanding pushed you to care about your finances or to care about your accumulation of wealth or to care about your material possessions. And then what just came to my mind is the idea of you building all of these things to possibly get their attention. Because maybe like in that, like I'm getting that the different, like why you're not talking is because of an ego trip situation and you're aware of it, but you're maybe too prideful. And the "you're" that I'm saying is to this energy. This person's aware of it and they're too prideful to acknowledge that. So instead, they're gonna, you know, work on things and do what they have to do and then eventually get to it. But she's hopeful. She wants things. She's hopeful. I don't, because what came to mind just now is that she could possibly want to move on. But I think she just wants to move past this energy and get back to this space of love again. Not to mention, I was saying that I had rose quartz and morganite. And this is a pink cup. So I feel like she wants to get back to the space of love with you. Or they want to get back to a space, you might want to get back to a space of love with them, or however this works out. But someone wants to get back to a space of love, and this person is a feminine energy. It's gentle, it is receptive, it is loving, it is devoted. And the energy that they want to connect with is one that is more of a novice, one that is learning the way, is more ego-centered because of their position here being a page. I see her moving more into the space of unconditional love here because she has more experience in her field, and you're or whoever this is building theirs. There was a moment where after this period that is right here, this person got an awakening, and that was that they can't go about what they want to achieve the way that they thought. And this is the end of that. This is the feeling of that awareness. And they're moving more towards a creative space. So it feels like eventually they're going to get to her. Eventually they're going to get to that feminine emotional energy. Eventually. Because this is what's going to get them this pentacle that they want. It's through them expressing themselves. It's through them expressing themselves. They will get that. And maybe that's the clarity that they will recognize soon. Or have recognized already. Very fascinating. Let's see if there are any gifts from the universe that we can take. That you can take on your way. Heart chakra. And it's number 4, although it's the 4th chakra. We also have the 4th of Pentacles, and this person is covering their heart. So maybe there's a need to open it up. Let's start the shuffling. This is for Aquarius's highest good. Really caught my attention. Aquarius's highest good. What do they need to know? 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 Please let me know down below which one you are. Are you the Page of Pentacles, Aquarius? Are you the Queen of Cups? Who are you on this? Or who are you in the story? Who are you in this story? Who are you in the story? Are you the Queen? Are you the Page? These messages are for Aquarius' highest good. What do they need to know in reference to the story that was just shown to us? At the bottom, we have divine masculine energy. I'll read it. The frequency of divine masculine energy or divine masculine supports our strong, focused, and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with wisdom and kindness. So this goes back to that energy of needing to bring something here. It just feels very focused on material. It's that masculine energy. Pick 4 cards. We have the 3rd eye chakra, which is the meditation that is playing in the background. We have change. We have coherence, and we have discernment. Let's see. 3rd eye chakra. The frequency of the 3rd eye chakra, the indigo flower of life, supports our intuition, our inner knowing, our imagination, and our psychic powers. Change. The frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality, both inward and outward, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and birth of the new. with that death process. As well as just shifting from a poverty mindset to an abundant mindset. Coherence. The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the energy of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability. Oh no, it's not the mind, it's the throat. Sorry. For the optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. I'll read that again. The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. So there's like a melding between the heart and the mind. And I feel that with all that water energy being the representation of the heart, and you just naturally, by being an air sign, Aquarius, being the representation of the mind. Discernment. The frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. Yeah, this just further leads me to feel that this is your energy. But Aquarius, this was your reading. This was a delight. I enjoyed this. Thank you for allowing me to connect with your energy. Yeah, this was your reading for October. The November readings will be on time, or in a timely fashion that resonates with me, which is earlier, so that you can watch it in foresight and then, you know, check out the month and see. I just would rather it out earlier than later. But this was a learning lesson, and I'm glad. Thank you again. And if you liked what you received today, please don't forget to subscribe. All right, I'll see you in your November reading. Please take care of yourself. Toodles.